Do you want to know the best free way to get your PI business listed on Google in 2021? How to increase your website ranking, boost your PI business, and get listed on the ever-coveted Google Maps? If you said yes, then this video is for you. Welcome to the PI Guy. Tips, tricks, and advice for professional private investigators just like you. My name is John Morris. I am a licensed professional private investigator right here in Colorado. As a professional private investigator, getting your website listed on Google My Business should be a high priority project for you. Once your PI business has been vetted through Google My Business, it is a lot easier for the Google search engines to understand what your business does and what services you offer and how clients can reach you. Now, the meat of this video is really how to help you obtain good SEO, search engine optimization, for your website quickly and get you listed on Google Maps. In case you didn't know, Google Maps is usually the highest ranking, most coveted positions for a business to be listed in. Now, to be sure, there's no guarantee that you're going to be listed on the top of Google, but I can guarantee you this: if you do nothing, you're going to get nothing. Take a look at this quick search that I did on Google. This is a Google search on google.com in an incognito window in the DuckDuckGo browser, which passes no information to the search engine. So, when I did this Google search for Lincoln, Nebraska private investigator, you see this first. This is the very first thing that you get. You see the business name, a quick snippet from Google, like how long you've been in business, if it knows this information, the business Google rating for this business, the phone number, and a quick click to get to the business website. It also has an actual map of the area where the business address is listed. Now, this is a huge reason you do not want to use your home address as your primary address for your business, folks. If you get listed on Google Maps, and you can get listed there by Google itself, people can just click that direction button and head right on over to the old homestead. You want to make sure you have a good physical street address for your business through a post office or a UPS store or something like that. Now, the big question: how do I get my business listed there? Let's just dive in right away and get your website up on Google My Business. Follow along with me. This will go a bit fast, so feel free to pause and rewind as needed. The first thing you want to do is head over to google.com. In the top right, you're going to notice a sign in button. Go ahead and click on this and get signed into your Google account. If you do not have a Google account, you're going to have to create one. If you need to create an account, click on the sign in button. Then there's a create account link. Then click the to manage my business link. Click that and go ahead and create your Google account. You'll have to enter a bit of info here, so let's go through that process really quick. First, you need to enter your first name and then your last name. Then you need a username. The username will also become your Gmail account. I would suggest you use your business name, not your personal name. So then your Gmail will become your business name at gmail.com. Next, you will enter a password and re-enter that password to confirm it. Now you have to enter a phone number for your business. Google will need to verify this number, so make sure you use one that you can easily access. Then enter a recovery email address. I highly recommend this for many reasons. The first is to help ensure your account won't get hacked easily. Then enter your birth date and your gender and click next. On the next screen, you will be asked to verify your phone number via text. Click the end button and then you will receive a code via text. On the next screen, enter that code into the verification code box. If you prefer, there is a call instead link if you need verification to be processed through a landline. On the next section, get more from your number. You can just skip that if you like. On the choose personalization setting, I suggest you use the express option. It just goes a lot quicker. The next two screens you can read through and go to the bottom and hit confirm or I agree. Next, it will tell you your account is all set up. So go ahead and click continue and it will take you to where you can set up your business. If you already have a Google account, make sure you are logged in to Google. Then go to google.com/business. Once there, you can click on the Manage Now button in the top right corner. This will take you to the portion where you need to set up your business on Google My Business. Okay, the first thing you need to do is enter your business name. This will check to see if a Google business profile is already set up. Click on your business name, then on the next screen, you can click the next button. Now, a word of wisdom here, folks. According to Google policies, your business name must reflect the business's real world name. Don't try to get cutesy with this. Don't try to put in keywords in your business name. Don't try to add things that make your name stand out. So if your business name was Bob's PI Services, don't do Bob's PI Services Call Now or Bob's PI Services 24 hours a day. It will not help you, and it could get you banned from Google My Business. Just put in your business name. I do know people who have tried to circumvent this process and are now banned from Google Maps, Google My Business, and other Google business features for their business. In the next section, you'll pick a business category. This is highly important. There is a category for private investigator. You can also pick other categories that fit your business, like process serve if you do process serving, or notary if you do notary services. Make sure you pick a primary category that fits your business. So, since you are probably a private investigator, that should be the best fit for you for the primary category. The next screen asks if you want to add a location where customers can visit you. Now, this is a bit tricky, folks. I say answer it yes. This is the best way you will get listed on the maps. I also list my business's physical street address on my website, and I put next to it mailing address only. From my experience, very few people actually ever do just drive there to try to walk in. My business physical street address is through a UPS storefront. On the next screen, you'll pick the areas that you service. It should give you some suggested areas that you can just click on. As well, you can search for areas too. The area you cover may be highlighted or circled in the map section for your business, so you want to make sure that you enter this in properly. From my experience, if you have large geographical areas, though, it does not always display on the maps, but it may list the areas. And if you add a lot of geographical areas, folks, it does not necessarily help you in rankings. It just helps Google understand where you work. Next, you need to pick the region where your business is based out of. For me, it's the United States. Then we move on to the details your customers will see. So in here, you want to put your primary business phone number. This is the number you want your customers to call you at. You will also enter your website address. I recommend you add both phone number and website address for many reasons. If you don't have a website yet, then you can leave this blank for now, and you can come in later and you can edit it. I also recommend in your website address that you put in your SSL secured address, such as https://www.yourbusiness.com. If your website does not have an SSL certificate yet, I suggest you get one. You can contact your web host and get information on how to do this. This is huge in SEO, search engine optimization. Search engines like Google prefer those secured and verified websites, and they will always rank them higher. Next, you can choose to receive updates from Google on recommendations for your business. I suggest to click yes here. If categories change or other important things change over time, you want to be notified from Google about those changes. The next screen is finishing your listing, so go ahead and click finish. But wait, you aren't finished yet, folks. The next screen will start the verification process for your business. This is different than the verification process you went through for your phone number. In here, you want to choose your region or country, then enter your mailing address. Note, P.O. boxes are not eligible. So if you have a P.O. box, go to the post office and see if you can get a street address for it. Most post offices allow this, but not all. After you have filled out that information, you need to wait for Google to send a verification code through the mail. Once you receive it, you have limited time to enter the verification code into your account. Now your basic Google My Business account has been set up. Once the verification code arrives, you can come back and you can enter it in to make your account live. But you probably do not want just a basic Google My Business account, so you have a bit more work to do. So let's dig into the real details of your Google My Business account. The next thing you need to do is add services that you provide. Google may provide some suggested services itself based on information that you already provided. You can easily add custom services too if you would like. Here's a partial list of some of the custom services that you might consider. Background investigations, infidelity investigations, insurance investigations, process serving, social media and internet investigations, surveillance, criminal investigations, infidelity investigations, child custody, bug sweeps, TSCM, technical surveillance countermeasures, accident investigations, activity checks, asset verifications, civil investigations, criminal defense investigations, court records retrieval. Hey, I'll go ahead and I'll leave a list of some of those custom services that you might want to consider down below in the comments. Next, you need to add your business hours. This is fairly self-explanatory. Just enter in the hours of operation that you have for each day of the week. Some people will make it 24 hours a day every day, but I suggest to always be honest and show the actual hours that you are really open and able to take calls. Customers will not often expect a phone to be answered at 3 o'clock in the morning, but they know if they leave a message, you will probably call them back during your regular business hours. Next, you need to add a description for your business. Now, I suggest if you do not know what to put in there, consider using your About Us page from your website. One thing to keep in mind, the first 3 or 4 lines or 30 to 50 words is what displays in your listing. So make sure the first part is informational and interactive. Do not fill your description with search keywords and search phrases. This has absolutely no relevance to your listing and ranking. And if you do keyword stuffing, it could hurt your rankings and will look, well, not very professional to your prospective clients. In the next section, you should add some photos. These can be photos of your facility, your office, your equipment, or something demonstrating your services. I highly suggest you add a few real photos, but make sure they are not copyright protected pictures that you found on the internet. Google also hates stock images, so even if you paid for the photos, well, it will not help you and it could hinder your listing. If you get offered some free advertising credits, then you need to make that decision at this time. I would skip this for now, as that is another huge learning curve and it really has nothing to do with your Google My Business account. Now you should be about done with the more advanced basic things in setting up your account. Now you can go to your Google My Business dashboard. In here, it will show you what percentage of your Google My Business profile is completed. It will also show your account is pending verification if you have not already verified your account. Once you receive that code in the mail from Google, head back to this page. From my experience, it usually takes less than a week to get the code. Then you can enter that verification code in and you will be all set. In your Google My Business dashboard, click on the info link on the far left. This will show you all of the information that you have entered thus far. Any of these areas can be modified or edited by clicking on the little pencil next to the information name. I would also suggest that you go to Add Photos link in the info and you add a logo and a cover photo. Your cover photo will appear in your listing and the logo will appear next to your business name. You'll also see a posts link in the far left. I highly suggest you do some posts from time to time. I would say weekly for the first few months. Posts can be anything that you want. You might want to say something like heading out on a huge surveillance case today in the metro area. This one should be a good one. Or post photos of new equipment that you get, or post special deals that you might decide to run. Google has several topics for posts like events, offers, and what's new. Putting up posts will help your rankings to be sure. So do them fairly frequently to begin with. Then you can taper off and maybe say do them once or twice a month later down the road. Google loves to see activity. It tells them that there's a real person behind the scenes. You can get insights for your Google My Business page as well on your dashboard. This will tell you how many people have searched for your business, where customers are coming from, what their interactions has been, how many phone calls you've received, and more. I know I went pretty quick through all of this, but remember, it's free to pause, rewind, and rewatch. Hey, here are 2 more videos that I made just for you. Thanks for watching and supporting the PI Guide channel. And remember, folks, stay safe out there.